Prisoner.
So right here we got 10 half packs of yellow beans. I have basil for the dehydrator in there. We're at the auction right now. There's hubby. But we're at the auction right now. Then we're gonna go ahead and take those green beans. I got full pack, 7 of those. Hubby's got the last one. The last one. And we're gonna go ahead and take those home and get them ready and get them all canned up and frozen and stuff like that, whatever we have to get done. For the rush, but you know what? It takes time and patience, and the children are definitely tired, so we're heading out. And so begins the process of snapping the ends off and breaking them into about 1 to 2 inch pieces. 1 inch is definitely preferred, but 2 inches with the children's help will work just fine. Well y'all, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, like, comment, and subscribe.
My finger.
You explain what you're doing.
What? Snapping off the ends?
Snapping off these ends. This top of the stem and the bottom at the tail.
Just to know where dry.
Yep. Braylon's help.
Did you play?
Through the process, there's a lot of preparing, cleaning out the sink, continuing to snap the ends off, and cut them into pieces, while getting the necessary utensils ready for the next step. So, I'm exhausted, but I thought I might show you the setup. Right there, it's a can. This is what I have to can yet tonight, and I'm exhausted, but we got this. So, this is what the canner looks like. It's got 25 minutes left, and then I can take them out. Then we're gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing for 2 more batches, and that's 3 hours each. So I'm gonna be awake for a while. Boiled this water, brought it to a rolling boil. We added all the beans from that over there, and then what you want to do is go ahead and take it and put it in cold water. Let it set until it's chilled, and then you can go ahead and put it on a towel to dry them off completely so that you don't have a lot of freezer burn. And you can put them into quart bags, normally for however much you eat. If you've got a small family, it's probably 2 to 3 cups. If you've got a larger family, say of 5 to 7 people, I'd say about 4 to 5 cups. And if you've got a large family, just go ahead and put that in a gallon bag, okay? It'll work either way. There it is. It is getting drier and drier. I'm loving it. The bigger leaves take a little bit longer, but there we go. That's our freezer bags. If you're ever wondering what ends look like, there's all the ends. There's the ones that didn't make the cut. Just a whole bunch of ends. Then you come over here. These are the ones I have to blanch yet tonight. I'm on my second batch of the 3 hours. And it is currently 10:03. And we still have 2 hours and 41 minutes on that one. Then I still have to do these yet. So here we go, y'all. Still going. I'm still awake. And I'm still moving it up and doing this. I'm tired, but I feel prayed. I had a prayer, and I feel relieved. I let a lot off my chest today, and I'm just so blessed that God gives us the ability to do that, because if I didn't have the ability to do that, you know, just keeping it all on me, keeping it all on myself, it would put a lot of weight on my shoulders that I don't need to have. I have God for that. I have God to take it off of my shoulders. So if you guys are feeling the same way ever, just go ahead and give it to God, and God will take care of it for you. But I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep going. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to do a live, which you guys won't be able to see this because I'm posting the video. The ice cubes have come to play, and the dog is like definitely here for it. If you guys do see it after I post the video, go ahead and check out the live. I'll be doing canning and everything like that, and just dehydrating in the oven and dehydrating on the dehydrator. So yeah, hope you guys watch. But here we go to day 2. So the basil is done for the top 4 rows, and the next row is not finished yet because it was on all the way on the top, and there are still some leaves in there that are still retaining that green color, so they are not ready. So we're gonna wait and go ahead and fill the other trays and put this on for overnight. I am awake again doing basil. I still have so much in here. Going over here to a pot. So basically what I'm trying to do is get the last of what I have canned so that I can go ahead and do the rest. Here's what it looks like. I'm boiling that for 2 hours, 30 minutes, but I started at 3 hours, so now it's at 1 hour and 52 minutes. So you have to can green beans, water bath can them for 3 hours before they're any good. And I was up until about 3 in the morning doing this. Doing this is a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of time, but you want to know what? It is so worth it, because in the end it will feed my family. I think I said that yesterday, but it has so many benefits to it that just make it so much easier to be able to pull out of the cupboard, have it ready whenever I need it, and get going with whatever meals that I need to prepare. Got this out. Oops, dropped it. Gotta do more over here. And I'm gonna start another batch. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm adding the beans to the jar, and then I go ahead and I shake it around so that we make sure to pack them in nice and tightly, because we want to make sure there's little water and more beans. So as I'm doing that, I'm pushing them down in there so that we get the most out of our space. I did 20 jars last night along with 9 quart freezer bags full of green beans. Today I have an estimated 21 jars to do, along with 2 62-cup containers in the refrigerator for Tupperware. What I'm doing right here is I'm going ahead and I'm adding a teaspoon of salt. The salt is the most important part. You don't want to do over a teaspoon because then it would make the beans too salty. After this, I'm going to go ahead and add the water, and normally I make sure the water is hot from the faucet. That way when they start, it's a cold but warm water bath. As you can also see, I have a bit of a basil situation. At the auction, I got these basil for anywhere between 50 cents to $1 a bunch, and that's a lot of basil. So I'm going ahead and dehydrating this in my dehydrator, which stays at a temperature of about 180 degrees. Which is what you would do if you were to put it in your oven, which is what I am also doing. You put it in your oven at 180 for about 2 hours and 30 minutes or until crisp. That way it makes it easier for them to break apart. I think I've done at least 4 to 5 rounds of basil already. But if we're talking about doing basil with the dehydrator and the oven, that's about 10 rounds. Doing canning and doing dehydrating and being self-sufficient in my own way while I'm living in town makes things a lot easier, and it also gives me something to do and something to look forward to as well. Canning has been a passion of mine. It makes you feel so good to bring what you've canned and what you've dehydrated back to repurpose into your family meals that you feed to your family every single day. So if you're interested in recipes or even tips and tricks, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, comment, ask me questions on things you may have questions on that you're just starting up or doing for a beginner job. I am more than happy to be there to help and to make sure you start up with the right information and the things that you need to know. As you can see, we are still going ahead and doing things with our basil. What we are doing is going ahead and taking this, it is a vacuum sealer for my mason jars. And what this does is sucks out all the air to make sure that the herbs last longer. I'm putting them in pint and half-pint jelly jars. That way, if I need one, I can go ahead and open it up and keep the rest to preserve their freshness. I'm sure there's a specific way that you're supposed to do this with the vacuum sealer, but this way worked for us. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these labels, which I got from Ball canning jars. No, not promoted or anything, I just got them myself. What I go ahead and do with these labels, and I put what year I made them on if I don't end up using them up all the way. And I know exactly how many I need to make for the next year to make sure that I have what I need. This helped me keep a record of everything that I have and everything that I'm going to be needing to make for this year and next year. Doing the process of having my own basil, knowing that it's fresh and I don't have to use as large as quantities like what I have to do from the store. Spices from the store often lose their freshness, unless you get ones that have been freeze-dried and sealed. Freeze-drying and dehydrating definitely make sure to keep all of the taste inside the jar. But yeah, if you guys like the content, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. I'll be posting a live soon about me canning. I hope you enjoy that. But that is all for me today. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, many blessings, and I will continue to pray for everybody around me, for the growth of the channel, and for the love and support to be shown that is necessary. Thank you all so much, and have a blessed day.
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright.